Hello and welcome to 10 structures that you probably never heard of. Rock churches of Lalibela. These massive man-made structures are found in the northern part of Ethiopia in the town of Lalibela. Saint Geber Mascal Lalibela had these churches constructed to mimic Jerusalem, to which he spent a lot of his time. Each church is constructed of one single stone, with the idea of this process representing spirituality and humility. With this process, the rock would have to be hollowed out by hand, and doors, windows, and columns needed to be chiseled out. There are 11 churches built on this site that are separated into 4 groups, one for each compass point. Saint Lalibela intended for this to be the New Jerusalem, even naming the nearby river Jordan. Today, it is the second holiest site for pilgrimage. Unfinished obelisk of Aswan quarry. This obelisk, found in the Aswan quarry in Egypt, remains as an impressive reminder of how these structures were created. It is believed that Hatshepsut ordered the construction of this obelisk, but it was abandoned when cracks started to appear in the granite, making it structurally unsound. Had this been finished, it would have been 1/3 bigger than any other obelisk and would have weighed 1,150 tons and stood 120 feet tall. Masuda, Iwafun. This stone structure is found near the village of Asuka in Japan. The stone is known as the rock ship of Masuda and is 36 feet long, 26 feet wide, and 15 feet tall, and weighing 881 tons. The area is surrounded by Buddhist temples and shrines, but this stone stands out since no one is quite sure when it was made or who made it. Better yet, the mystery of what purpose it served still remains unanswered. Some believe this stone was used as a lunar calendar, being as how the square cutouts line up with the mountain ridgeline. The flat stone found farther away with strange inscriptions on it is believed to have been used for sake production. Yuli stones. This geopark found in Taiwan hosts quite an attraction of strange stones that seem unnatural. Due to erosion in the landscaping made of sedimentary rocks, Yuli has quite a fantastic array of natural structures. There is the famous fairy shoe, which is obvious how it got its name. There are the candle rocks, which look amazing to me, and the mushroom rocks, which seem to dot the area everywhere you look. There are other rock formations found here as well, but I only wanted to cover a few. Bimini Road. Now we get to one of the most questionable structures, since the debate rages on as to whether it is man-made or natural, and it is found in the Bahamas. This landmark was first found on September 2nd, 1968 by 3 divers who remarked about finding what looked like a paved road under the water. The size of the stones range in size from 160 to 200 feet to 3 to 7 feet. Many researchers have tried to date the stones, but even with this there is a debate. So as it stands, no one is sure how old they are. Theories as to how the road was created range from alien construction or that of being the lost city of Atlantis. On the scientific side, the theories range from earthquakes to the natural formation of beach rock. Lashan Giant Buddha. This 233-foot tall structure is found in China near the town of Lashan. This structure is known as the largest stone Buddha in the world and was constructed in 713 during the Tang Dynasty. The Chinese monk who led the construction of the statue hoped that in building it, it would appease Buddha, which in turn would calm the turbulent waters, making ship travel less perilous. As odd as it may sound, funding began to run short, and the monk is said to have carved out his own eyes in order to show his piety and sincerity towards Buddha. It is said that so much stone was tossed into the river while construction that it did in fact calm the waters. With this structure, a sophisticated drainage system was set up, with many drains carved along the statue in order to prevent rain damage. To this day, the system is still in working order. North Dakota Pyramid. When most people think of the pyramids, many immediately think of Egypt, or of following alien construction, maybe those on the moon or Mars. I am sure that many might not be aware of the one that is located in North Dakota in the United States. This man-made structure built by the United States Army looks like a cross between the pyramids of Egypt and the Death Star of Star Wars. This structure was built under the Safeguard program, which was an anti-ballistics missile system used to protect the ICBM farms from attack. For those who don't know, an ICBM stands for Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, which they primarily carry nuclear warheads. The pyramid is actually known as the Stanley R. Mickelson's Safeguard Complex Missile Site Radar. The strange building housed a radar in an underground control building and became active on April 1, 1975, but was shut down on February 10, 1976. Other similar bases were planned but ultimately canceled, although work had begun in Missouri and Montana, with the latter having the main radar partially constructed. Iron Pillar of Delphi. This ancient structure finds its home in many people's lists as an out-of-place artifact, but I feel it fits in a bit more here. The pillar is located in India and stands 23 feet and weighs almost 7 tons. It is found in the Qutub complex, and what makes it so fascinating is that it resists rusting even though it was constructed in 402 AD. There are multiple inscriptions on the pillar, with the oldest being written in Sanskrit. It states that it was erected in honor of Vishnu and praises a king only referred to as Candra. Debates rage on as to which king it is describing to this day. There is a big complicated process involved in why the pillar is resistant to rusting. To put it generally, due to high amounts of phosphorus in the metal, it provides what is called a passive protective film. Giant Crystal Cave. These incredible natural caves are part of the Nika mine system, which is located in Chihuahua, Mexico. The chambers of the cave house giant selenite crystals, with the largest to date being 39 feet long and 13 feet in diameter, with a weight of 55 tons. The air in the cave can reach temperatures of over 136 degrees Fahrenheit, with humidity at 99%. Without proper protection, most people can't stand to be in the cave for more than 10 minutes, and this leads to much of the cave being unexplored. The crystals are formed due to a magma chamber being located under the cave, which heats the groundwater, causing the process of sulfides to be released, creating the crystals. Interestingly, this cave wasn't discovered until the year 2000 by a drilling company. The mining company keeps the area clear of water with pumps, so visitors can see them, but sadly due to this situation, the crystals deteriorate in the presence of air. There are talks of eventually resealing the cave and letting the water come back in order to protect the crystals. Yonaguni Monument. To end this video, we again venture into the sea with another questionable structure as to if it is natural or man-made. This massive structure is also known as the Yonaguni Submarine Ruins and is found in the Ryukyu Islands of Japan. Originally, the site was discovered in 1987 by a director of tourism who was looking for a good spot to observe the large population of hammerhead sharks found in the area. The stones are made of sandstone and resemble steps cut out of the rock. Much like the Bimini Road previously on this list, there are proponents of the natural formation as well as man-made creation of the rocks. Those who believe they are natural point out that the stone sits on an area prone to earthquakes, which could result in the structure's creation. Those who believe it was a structure once built on land point out similarities to other stone structures still found around the world. Again, I feel the structure is fascinating, and I think we still have much to learn and discover about our own planet. With that, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.